It looked like the fans spoke. It looks like the fans said, hell no, we won't go. Hell no, we won't go. Caitlin Clark fans clearly no showing the Indiana Fever versus the Las Vegas Aces. It was smack dab empty. It will cost you more to get a small fry with no burger and no drink than it would have cost to sit in the 100 section in the lower bowl. This is
what you are looking at right now is not just a standard midseason athletic crisis or a temporary setback for a franchise. This is the absolute definitive structural implosion of professional basketball, and the highly classified medical evidence that has just been violently leaked from the deepest corridors of the league office changes everything forever. For the last 48 hours, a desperate, high-level corporate cover-up has been executed behind closed doors to hide a catastrophic truth from the public. But the system has completely collapsed from within. A rogue medical whistleblower has bypassed every single non-disclosure agreement, exposing the terrifying reality that Caitlin Clark has suffered a severe, catastrophic injury that could permanently end her career, and the front office actively forced her coach to hide the diagnostic scans from the media to protect their billions in broadcast revenue. The illusion of a stable, thriving league has officially evaporated, leaving ownership in an absolute state of total, unadulterated panic as the entire economic foundation of the sport shatters in real time. If you still believe the official press releases claiming this is just a routine rest day, standard load management, or a minor sprain that will heal in a couple of weeks, you are falling directly into a highly sophisticated corporate trap designed by desperate executives who are watching their entire financial empire burn to the ground.
The Indiana Fever are playing tonight's game. No Caitlin Clark. We have Stephanie White's lackluster offense. We have Stephanie White's lackluster defense. And fans just simply aren't excited for it. Especially after the runaround we went through last year, not watching Caitlin Clark for 75% of the season. Many fans don't want to go through the same song and dance again. We went through it last year. We don't want to go through it this year. Furthermore, with how this team, how this organization, how this coach doesn't protect their star player, it ain't good. Stephanie White waits for Caitlin Clark to get injured to finally stick up to the refs, to finally call out the officiating. Too little, too late. Then Stephanie White goes out, gives a statement.
This goes infinitely deeper than any standard basketball injury report ever published. We are talking about a systemic institutional conspiracy where top-tier officials knowingly gambled with a generational icon's physical future, forcing a code of absolute silence across the training staff while the stadiums were packed to maximum capacity. But the truth cannot be contained when the financial damage has reached the point of a total market apocalypse. And the internal documents that have just been leaked prove that the damage is already completely irreversible. To truly understand the terrifying scale of the corruption that has just been dragged into the daylight, you have to look at the exact moment the corporate facade cracked at the very top of the organization. Adam Silver, facing the sudden, unprecedented destruction of his primary economic asset, reportedly went completely out of control behind closed doors, releasing a private, furious ultimatum to the board of directors that has sent shockwaves through the sports world.
No-showed. They no-showed. Look at this. All these empty seats. Just seats everywhere. Seats everywhere. All these joints. I mean, come on, man. The fans have officially spoke. They're not going if CC ain't out there. Like, it is what it is. Y'all know, Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever fans travel on the road. Now, it was still fans there that got some autographs from Caitlin and all of that. She's always going to have some fans show up. Sophie and them, you know, Raven, they always sign autographs and stuff. But for the most part, it was a no-show. It was a no-show, man. The fans spoke. They're not rocking with this. They're not rocking with what the Indiana Fever are doing. Now, we also had Chinny Agumake and Andrea Carter completely. It's almost like Caitlin don't exist on this team. You can bank it after this. This is going to be
in an emotional, unscripted tirade that insiders describe as pure panic. The commissioner explicitly stated that the league has lost an astronomical $10 million in a mere 2 days due to the sudden wave of mass fan boycotts in empty arenas. The top leadership is now facing the brutal reality that their internal politics, their targeted referee protocols, and their failure to protect their biggest draw have effectively destroyed the golden era of the sport, leaving them holding a completely ruined product. The immediate scene inside the stadiums tells the entire devastating story of this structural collapse. Arenas that were completely sold out for months in advance, with secondary ticket prices soaring into the thousands, have suddenly transformed into hollow, echoing concrete caverns. Images of rows upon rows of completely empty red seats during primetime broadcasts have flooded social media, exposing the fact that thousands of fans actively refused to show up, staging an unprecedented, coordinated national boycott the moment the medical cover-up was suspected. The economic engine of the franchise has ground to a complete halt because the establishment completely misjudged the fierce loyalty of the fan base, foolishly believing that people would continue to pour millions of dollars into stadium concessions and television subscriptions, even if their biggest attraction was being systematically phased out by hostile institutional forces. But the most explosive detail of this entire nightmare lies within the specific, heavily guarded medical files that the training staff was explicitly ordered to bury under a mountain of legal threats. The leaked report reveals that the physical damage was heavily exacerbated by a continuous, toxic campaign of uncalled, dangerous physical enforcement on the court, an environment that the coaching staff deliberately refused to address due to deep-seated institutional resentment. Instead of stepping in to protect the health of a player carrying the entire financial weight of the league on her shoulders, the leadership chose to swallow their whistles, allowing opposing players to cross the line of professional safety until the structural breakdown became permanent.
Is out with back issues because Stephanie White and the Fever organization doesn't have her back. I'm out. Won't be watching. Honestly, I'm sort of relieved that I can just tell the Fever to go bleep themselves when Caitlin Clark's out. I'm good. Oh, Rhodes, you're not a real... No, I'm a Caitlin Clark fan. Period. I am a fan of Sophie Cunningham, and, you know, that does kind of suck. But after Stephanie White's tirade the other day, nah. Sorry, not sorry at all. White and the Fever are the most incompetent staff ever compiled in basketball. Boy, you knew it was going to get bad in this comment section. Boo, I wish they would tell us more about her back. Come on. Are we still thinking that? Is that what we're doing? I mean, honestly. Caitlin Clark out, precautionary. Angry black lesbians are trying to injure her. Courtesy of WNBA thugs. Yeah, I mean, ooh. Wow.
The doctor who finally leaked the files stated unequivocally that the athlete's body had reached a breaking point and that continuing to play under these compromised conditions would mean the absolute end of her professional life. The panic within the corporate offices is now completely out of control, as multi-million-dollar television networks and global corporate sponsors begin to actively execute emergency exit clauses in their marketing contracts. The entire financial framework of modern sports broadcasting was aggressively leveraged against the ironclad guarantee of historic, record-breaking audience retention numbers that only one specific individual could generate. Tonight, with the stadium seats completely deserted and digital streaming metrics crashing by over 50% nationwide, the board of directors is staring at a catastrophic deficit that threatens to bankrupt several operational sectors before the season even concludes. The commissioner's final statement was a chilling validation of this nightmare, warning the owners that, if the generational star is permanently ruled out due to this institutional failure, the entire operation is completely finished.
Plans for the night since CC is out. My status, out till CC returns. Caitlin is out. Think I'll check out an evening movie. Damn. She needs to immediately walk away. I wouldn't want to play in this league either. Why watch then? Give us a reason. Wow, if CC is out, so am I. Wow. Then you have them posting this road trip starts now. You got Caitlin Clark's replacement on the flyer. Her replacement on the flyer. Not Kelsey, not Sophie, not Aaliyah. Her replacement on the flyer. Folks, they're telling you in plain sight. They don't want her there. They want Ty Harris. Her and Stephanie White got a history. I hate it for Ty that the Fever are using her as a pawn in this diabolical game Stephanie White's playing with CC career. Damn. Sadly, I'm just not excited to watch with that no CC. I've tried, just can't do it. Won't be watching as I was told by your coach not to. Will not be watching. You don't protect your players. Wow. No CC, no thanks. Leave White behind. CC's not playing. No Kaylin, no watching. No CC, no fart noise. Fart noise. What the fuck? Then we got tickets, folks. Look, you got some cheaper tickets on the ends over here. $37 to sit in section 12, $28 to sit in section 12, $11 to sit in 37, $33 to sit in section 13.
We are officially standing at the absolute point of no return for professional basketball. The establishment attempted to exploit a massive cultural phenomenon while simultaneously trying to suppress the very individual who created it. And now, they are forced to watch their empire dissolve into absolute irrelevance. The bright lights of the arenas will now feel incredibly cold. The executive suites will remain trapped in a state of permanent crisis. Music and the history books will record this as the exact moment that internal jealousy and corporate greed completely destroyed the greatest era the sport had ever seen. The secret tapes have been leaked. The financial ruin is completely visible, and the system cannot run away from the devastating consequences of its own actions anymore.
I mean, only watching if Stephanie White wears a bag over her head. Without Caitlin Clark, Sunday, nobody's watching WNBA. Now we'll watch when Caitlin Clark's back playing. Need to do a better job of protecting her. I won't be watching as I was told by your coach not to. That's a whole nother layer of this now. Sadly, I'm just not excited to watch if no CC. I've tried, just can't do it. And looking through the comments, it appears Indiana Fever fans have been ruled out for tonight's game. Caitlin Clark out, back, neck, groin, chest, arms, head, legs, pending trade agreement, coaching, management. Hey, don't leave out assault. Let's not leave out assault now. That's part of it. See, is it seriously? Has the Indiana Fever front office and head coach decided to respect fans yet? Of course not. Of course not.
This is an absolute high-level institutional disaster that the mainstream networks are desperately trying to scrub from the internet to protect their corporate partnerships. If you believe that the public has an absolute right to know the real, unedited truth behind this massive medical setup and the destruction of the game's integrity, hit that subscribe button right now and smash the like button to force this video past their sophisticated algorithmic censorship. Do not let them bury the story, and do not let them silence the whistleblowers who risked everything to drag these documents into the light. Take a screenshot of the most shocking quote displayed in this video right now. Post it across every single social media platform you own, and send this link to every sports fan you know immediately, because our legal team is warning us that corporate executives are actively trying to take this video down within the hour. But the structural nightmare gets infinitely more terrifying than a standard cover-up.
Just Stephanie White wants this to be the Kelsey Mitchell show. And this team, that's, you know, they drafted Raven Johnson. This team is built to play without Caitlin Clark. I was under the assumption, and hey, clearly I was wrong. I was under the assumption that the job here was to win with Caitlin Clark and to build around Caitlin Clark. They are clearly decided to go in another direction, which is why they need to just end this thing. And this is why you got Andrea Carter and them talking like this.
Call this Biggie Smalls because Caitlin Clark is having a phenomenal year, 20 points, 8 assists. But how do they really keep things going? Well, they have a big three and they step up in big moments.
Caitlin Clark is having a big year, but how do they really keep things going? It's Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell, clearly, right?
Boston, all-star starter, so many votes. Love this for her, but most importantly, I love her growth when it comes to the string. Nice little dish out, but then she gets the ball out. 9 times out of 10 before, she used to go to the basket on well. It's her assisting. So
Kelsey Mitchell gets down the floor. 3 seconds off the shot clock, and she is already down the floor in attack mode. If she hunts the basket, now, Eric, 5 seasons. She is consistent. Hunting shots in transition will be huge.
She hunting shots, all right. She's hunting shots. So, you know, you got ESPN pretty much promoting Biggie Smalls. That's the new term. That's the new name for Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston. And the Indiana Fever have clearly built this team.
Brand new, highly classified audio recording has just been intercepted from the inner executive elevator, allegedly capturing the frantic conversation between the head coach and the general manager just moments before the medical report was erased from the primary database. Click on the video appearing on your screen right now to see the hidden camera footage everyone is talking about and find out what happened next.